We'll hear from the member for Blair in silence, and he has the call.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. What feedback has the government received about Labor's cost of living tax cuts? What attempts have there been to prevent cost of living relief for Middle Australia?
Give the call to the Prime Minister.
I thank the member for Blair for his question and for his strong advocacy for the people of Ipswich.
Order. Members on my left will cease to... Order. The member for Fadden, the member for Groom will just cease dejecting immediately.
Mr Speaker, our plan is aimed squarely at Middle Australia, helping low and middle income earners who are under financial pressure. Those opposite, of course, would never have thought of doing this, and they're already working on how to undo it. The reason it didn't cross their mind to cut taxes for low and middle income earners is because they simply don't think about them. Their gut reaction was to oppose it. Their first instinct was to roll it back,
interjecting.
And the first chance they get, they will walk away from Middle Australia. Now, they can change how they vote, but they'll never change who they are. Because always, and we saw it there last night with that rather extraordinary performance on ABC 7:30 program last night from the Leader of the Opposition. An extraordinary, angry performance. I think shorter assessment was given by Malcolm Turnbull during the Nemesis program, who, you know something's remarkable when Malcolm Turnbull can describe something in one word and one syllable. You know that's right. But he got this bloke right. He got this bloke right because we saw it last night, all the anger. No wonder they keep him away from serious interviews or from the National Press Club or from doing any proper forums. Because...
Order. Member for Lyons will cease dejecting. The member for Moreton is warned. The member for Page on a point of order.
Thank you, Speaker. Relevance. It was a Dorothy Dixer to the Prime Minister. But it wasn't a question to lash out at the opposition leader.
Order. The Prime Minister was asked about feedback regarding the cost of living tax cuts, so I'll just listen to him, and I'm sure he'll get order.
About each other. Very modest, Mr Speaker. Very modest. But the fact is that last night the feedback from the Leader of the Opposition was that he agreed that our tax cuts would help low and middle income earners. And when asked why he then didn't just keep the high-end stuff as well, he said, well, you can't do both. You can't do both. An assessment that gave a complete tick to the actions that this government have taken, which is maybe why they're voting for it, but arguing against it at the same time. Arguing against it at the same time. But Australians out there are saying positive things. Australians out there are responding because they know that this government had the courage to take the right decision at the right time for the right reason to make a difference for them.